1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, rock.
Give us any chance, we'll take it.
Who can turn the world on with a smile?
Till the one day when the lady met this fellow.
The love boat.
Did everybody catch that? That guy you saw in the distance on your TV screen, unless you're right up to your TV screen like this, that was our guest, Mr. Vilmar Albuquerque. Vilmar, welcome.
Hi, John. How are you?
Oh, I'm great. How are you?
Pretty good.
Yeah?
And pretty good. Thank you for having me here today.
Hey, you're welcome. You gotta say hi to Dave too.
Hey,
Hi, Dave.
how's it going, Vilmar?
How are you? Nice to see you.
Good to see you again.
Yeah.
Dave's a big fan of yours.
Thank you, Dave.
Let me
I
just say
am.
that. I know.
I've seen this man live a couple of times. The first time I saw him was a performance they had that they were just practicing or rehearsing about 2 years ago or a year and a half ago or something.
Yes.
And I went back to the office and said, "My God, you guys have got to see this guy. He's incredible." I mean, and your whole troupe was excellent, but
good.
you really you amazed me.
Thank you very
I
much.
ran back and I said, "We have to cover this. We have to pay attention to this." I work at the newspaper, by the way. That's what I'm talking about when I say go back. I didn't just go. I went home and said it too, but back to the office saying, you know,
were
this guy's
proselytizing,
fabulous.
basically.
Thank you, Thank you, Dave.
Okay,
Thank you very much.
let's
Appreciate
cover
it.
some basics here. Vilmar, what the heck is it that you do that got Dave so excited?
I was dancing samba with my troupe, and I'm trying to do something different in Sarnia, John, and I believe it's coming. Okay,
Yes?
I believe that the community is coming together as well, supporting my idea, my vision, as a dancer, as a choreographer, as a director here in Sarnia.
Okay, what kind of dance do you do? What do you think?
I'm a teacher right now. I have my own studio, right? And I'm teaching right now ballet, jazz, tap, modern dance, Latin dance is salsa, samba, merengue, bolero, samba, and that's what I'm teaching right now.
You teach all of those? You teach ballet? You
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
pretty diverse.
I know.
I learned how to merengue.
You learning?
I did. No, I did learn.
Where?
I learned in Toronto. I was at this seminar 2 days ago.
Can you show me?
Well, I'll show you with my hands. It was slide your foot, shake your bum. Slide your foot, shake your bum.
No, it's not merengue at all.
That was merengue.
No. Look, who teach you wrong. Let me tell you. You have to come to, listen, you have to come to my studio, then I will teach
Stand
how.
up.
No.
Come on.
No,
Come on.
listen.
Come on.
No. Don't make me stand here.
Don't you make me.
You don't make me stand here and dance, alright? Listen,
right.
you come to my studio how to dance merengue.
Can Dave come?
Absolutely. You can
Okay.
be
Oh, we'll be there.
We'll be partners.
Right. Absolutely.
Okay. Now you've had quite an amount of success with your shows in Sarnia here.
Yes, and I have to say thank you for everybody, for all people that helped me to accomplish that. All right, John, you guys, and Sarnia this week. Thank you very much for all those support. And
That's a great paper.
Absolutely, and all community. And they have supported me a lot. And before the date, my show is all sold out. So it's pretty nice.
Every show
feedback.
that you've done?
Every show that I have done, all sold out before the date.
Wow.
Even my recital last weekend, we was over sold out.
So what do you do in that case?
The people on last weekend bring a chair inside to the auditorium for the lobby.
They brought their own
Yeah,
seats.
Seats. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
You know
it's
what?
pretty good.
I think we've got a really good example of one of the shows, some of the stuff that you do on tape here. I think we're going to roll that. There we go. What's going on there?
Yeah, it's my last show with special needs, and this is Sarah Shepherd, and called The Princess Sarah and the Magical Mirror. And I have a partnership with Rotary. And the idea the partnership is put a show for special needs every year. And that my other goal too in Sarnia, promote special needs in Sarnia, art for special needs in Sarnia.
Now you had experience with that in Brazil.
In Brazil, I'm learning. I work in Brazil for 8 years with special needs with arts.
Wow.
Arts in Brazil is pretty big.
Yeah.
And we breed art in Brazil. So I opened that door in Brazil as well, in my city, with special needs.
Really?
And bring kids for conference and meeting and show them that they can do it as well.
That's amazing. Now, what other kinds of classes do you have?
For special needs or
Just overall.
Yeah, I have right now tap, ballet, jazz, modern dance, and my new class will be mommy and baby.
Mommy and baby class.
Mommy and baby class, and you'll be for mommies and the newborn babes, and that's my next goal to promote here in Sanya.
Really?
Yep.
So moms and newborn babies can come and
dance and have fun with their babies.
Well, I think your wife is going to have a baby.
Absolutely, and she has 2 due dates: August 29 and September 4th.
She's an overachiever, isn't she?
Yeah.
Really?
She's a wonderful woman.
Is she?
Absolutely, and I used to say that she is the boss.
She is the
And
boss?
I learned that here. Huh?
Tell us real fast, Vilmar, like how you met your wife and where you're from and how long you've been here.
Yeah, I met my wife in Brazil quite a few years ago.
Your wife is Miranda, the former Miranda Club.
Miranda Club, and now Miranda Albuquerque, right? And my friend worked with her in Brazil, and she's invited me to go see some kids that at the orphanage that Miranda opened in Brazil. And I met her, we fell in love with each other, and I came to here. I'm glad to be here in Canada, be here in Sanya,
Yeah.
and I will stay for a while.
It's Sarnia's lucky break that happened. I think we're the richer for it. There's no question.
I'm glad to be here, Dave. I am very glad to be here. Absolutely.
Now that video piece we watched, Princess Sarah, I think Kojiko is going to rebroadcast that.
Yes.
From what I have here, June 25th at 5:30 p.m.
Yes.
On Kojiko TV 6. You got to watch how you say that name because I say Community 6 and Kojiko 7.
You're probably in
sometimes.
trouble just for saying that word right there.
I might be. You know what? I might be. I get it. That's fine. But we will be rebroadcasting that. And now you've got some shows coming up. I think
Yes, I do.
June 20th to 21st.
Yeah, June 20th and 21st will be at the Imperial Theater with my dance company. For me, it's the best show ever in Sanya, the best dance show in Sanya. And because we don't have those kind of stuff here. When we talk about art, we talk about visual arts and drama, theater, musical. We don't have dance in Sanya. And I want to show that our community that we can do the same here.
Sure, so that's the 20th and 21st at 7:30 at the Imperial. You've got a summer arts camp at your new address.
Yes.
And an open house on August 24th.
Yes.
New address real fast.
Please tell them.
785 Exmouth Street, Suite 203.
Yes.
So,
if the people want any information, my telephone is 336-6314.
Excellent. Well, Vilmar, thank you very much for being on our show. It was a pleasure to have you.
It's my pleasure being here.
We'll definitely take you up on that merengue offer too.
Absolutely. We'll be there.
You are absolutely welcome.
Okay, we're going to take a quick break and be right back with Six in the City.
There are places I remember all my life, though some have changed, some forever, not for better. Some have gone and some remain. All these places have their moments with lovers and friends I still can recall. Though I often stop and think about them, in my life I love them all. But of all these friends and lovers, there is no one compared with you. And these memories lose their meaning when I think of love as something new. No, I know I'll never lose affection with people and things that went before. And I often stop and think about them. In my life, I love them all. And I often stop and think about them.
Excellent, excellent. That was Amanda Walters singing a song called "In This Life," and Amanda is a part of a group called Harmony. And speaking of Harmony, we happen to have Joanne Cloak-LaBelle with us, who is the founder and queen of Harmony. Joanne, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Well, not a problem. You better shake Dave's hand
Yeah,
too.
it's kind of a tradition now. Everyone has to shake my hand too. Or I
He's
get
a
mad.
great guy, though. He comes around to other things.
No, he's
of course.
okay.
We have got some great guests this this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't we?
I know.
He hasn't lost my number.
Been our first season.
We're not going to talk about that. You know, Joanne, I introduced you as the founder of Harmony. Why don't you tell us a little bit about Harmony?
Harmony is going into its 4th season. It began because I've had some people very, very close to me that committed suicide. Knowing the benefits of music, I decided to do something about it. And so I formed a music group that would offer music to anybody that wanted to learn. There was no requirements, no funds needed, no instruments needed. I supplied the music, the instruments, and the lessons completely free of charge to build these kids' self-esteem, to boost the community, and we offer vocal and instrumental.
Now these were young people that committed suicide, correct? That you knew?
Under the age of 20, yes.
And the group is basically a youth oriented group.
A majority. I do now have adults.
Really?
Yes, and I've had a lot of people tell me that the adults, it's helped anger management and stress levels as well.
Really? Well,
Yes.
when I sing, it causes anger and stress. What types of music do you cover?
I try and cover all ranges and styles. I like do not like necessarily everything that I teach, but it's not me that has to go home and sit with it for a week. So therefore I will do rap and hip hop, but I prefer the classical, but I try and cover everything.
And
so
you
that our audience.
You teach vocal and instrumental. We were talking about that before, and all the instruments. How many instruments?
Different types or all together?
All together.
I'd say now we're up to over 60. Plus I now am teaching the Sea Cadets. Navy bands, so now we're going to be incorporating the 2 bands together.
Well, it's about time somebody taught them something. All right, now.
Do you teach the glockenspiel?
Yes.
I think that's a neat little instrument.
It's
That's
a
the
group
ding, ding,
instrument,
ding,
yeah.
ding, ding.
And you call it the Glockenspiel?
Yeah.
Excellent. Now, you've got some big news.
I do have some big news. What is it? No. Haha. No, we have some big news, and that's going to be that we have now been labeled the musical ambassadors of all of Ontario. And next July, we are guests in a group called Unisong with all choirs represented across Ontario and singing at the Governor General's residence and at Canada Day, Prime Ministers, and we get to do our own concert at the National Arts Centre.
Wow.
Fabulous.
Now, to take all these students, this is 2003, by the way, to take all these students, each student needs to be sponsored, I believe, $495 a piece.
That's correct, and we're looking for people in our community and around the vicinity and businesses to sponsor a child. If each of our students are sponsored, then we can all go.
And this is a huge thing. This is a huge honor for you.
Massive honor. We're representing our entire province.
Sarnia
And I'm
rocks.
hoping Sarnia will get behind us and get these kids there.
Excellent. Well, that's incredible. Now, you know what? We're going to wrap up with another one of your singers singing a song, of course. First, we're going to pay the bills. We want to thank the Brick for this wonderful furniture. Do you like our furniture?
It's lovely.
That's from the Brick. Zares feeds us, Ice Creamery gives us nutritious drinks, and Fabricland for the curtains. And right now, I think we're going to wrap things up with Laura LaMarche singing Emmanuel. Is that right?
That's correct.
Emmanuel. Excellent. So thanks for watching Six in the City, and stay tuned next week. Peace out.
A sign shall be given, a virgin will conceive, a human baby bearing undiminished deity. The glory of the nations, a light for all to see, and hope for all who will embrace his warm reality. Emmanuel, our God is with us, and if God is with us, then who could stand against us? Our God is with us, Emmanuel. Although we live in the shadow of death, a glorious light has dawned. All those who crumble in the darkness, behold, your light has come. Emmanuel, our God is with us, and if God is with us, then who could stand against us? Our God is with us, Emmanuel.
Welcome everyone to Six in the City, Part 2. I'm just being crazy, I don't know. I haven't actually been keeping track of how many shows we've had. How many have we had? 4?
Yeah, something like that.
Been 4 shows.
We shoot them out of order, so this may be our first show.
Don't tell them that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
These are all in order. Every Sunday night we're with you. In fact, this is live. Right now is live. It's Sunday night right now. How are you doing today on Sunday? How was your weekend?
Not bad.
Yeah? Saturday was okay?
Yeah, pretty warm out, I think.
Ooh, talk about the Sunday weather, eh?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, enough of that. So, what'd you do today?
Well, the other day, I went to... I went to Grand Bend, the Motorplex out there to see the dragsters.
The dragsters?
Yeah.
What?
That actually happened... Well, that's happening today, on Sunday. But I went the other day. Yeah.
A day back then?
Yeah.
And how was it? Was there a lot of people there?
It was really something. Really impressive.
Really?
Yeah. Well, they had these... well, we were supposed to be able to get rides in them, media who went, but that kind of fell through. They had some technical problems. They only one driver showed up. Down the straightaway there. What do you got there, John?
I got a smoothie.
Yeah? Where'd you get it? I'm setting you up. Where'd you get it?
I got it from the Ice Creamery. Here we go. Ice Creamery. Right there. It's a pulp friction. And I've memorized the ingredients. strawberries, bananas, low-fat yogurt. None of that high-fat yogurt that you see in a lot of other places. This stuff
There,
is
it's
very
on there.
low-fat.
Don't cover it. No,
Sorry.
look at the monitor, man. See?
Okay, there we go,
Yeah.
right there. And less than 2 grams of fat and less than 250 calories.
And delicious.
And that's not counting the straw. If you count the straw, it's 300 calories right on. But never eat the straw, okay? These things are...
Somebody's been chewing on that straw.
The camera girl,
Yeah, the floor director, I think.
the floor director, Laura, actually drank 90% of this and left me this much. And left me a note that said, happy birthday. Basically, happy birthday, screw you. So thank you very much, Laura, special mention. Point Edward resident as of
23 years old, I believe.
23 years old and a Point Edward resident. So wave to her the next time you see her. Yeah, I got a story to tell you.
Go ahead.
And I've already told you, but I'm going to tell you for our audience.
I'll pretend that it's the first time I've heard
Okay, show surprise.
Okay.
I'm walking into the brick. Okay, I'm narrating this. Walking into the brick, minding my own business as I am wont to do. And I see three young guys rollerblading on the sidewalk. You know, they do their little tricks like, hey, look, I've got 1 foot up, or look, I'm turning, you know, tricks like
the
that.
suicidal things that they do. I've seen those, yeah.
Right. But, you know, they're 13 years old, 3 guys hanging out there. I'm thinking, okay, we're cool. They're not bothering me. I'm not bothering them. No problem. But I could take them if I had to. I walk in, and the guy says, hey, right? So, like, I flex. I get all tensed up, right, just in case. And I turn, and he goes, hey, 6 in the City. You're the guy from 6 in the City.
Wow.
And I did this. Right.
You didn't do your peace out thing.
I didn't do the peace out thing.
Okay.
You don't want to use that too much.
Yeah.
But anyways, I went in. Half an hour later, I come out. They're still there. They're waiting for me to come out. And they're saying, like, how can I get on the show? That's a great show. We love... They actually said, they chanted, we love Kojiko Community 6, or whatever.
They chanted that.
They chanted it. So obviously they were on medication. But they did ask how they get on the show. And I'll tell you what I told them. Think of a stupid human trick. Call 332-TALK. And if we think it's good enough or life-threatening enough, we'll get you on our show.
And if they're rollerbladers, they probably have that in their repertoire, I would think.
I would say so.
Do you think you would have used those when you were a kid?
Rollerblades?
Yeah.
No.
I see kids in my neighborhood doing them. I just think somebody's going to kill themselves. But I mean, I'm not editorializing here. I just think it's amazing that they have that lack of fear. Some of the things they do, they set up these little posts and boards and things, and they're sliding all over them.
Or you drive down the street and you see those ramps that go,
yeah, I know.
Wah,
yeah,
like that. And you think, what the?
Yeah, I know.
No helmets. Why do I feel old right now?
I know.
It's pretty sad.
But you have a son who's the same age as my son, and I'm going to start to be nervous when it's time for him to...
You think so?
I think so, yeah. Just watching the kids around our place.
I know. I think I'm gonna try all the stuff that he wants to do.
You're gonna try it first?
Yeah, I'll try it first. If I don't like it, it's gonna be out for him.
Okay.
We got T-ball on the weekends.
That's pretty safe.
T-ball is pretty safe, unless you're the pitcher, because you don't know what those guys are gonna do. Those balls are hard.
Yeah.
I got whacked.
Now, why do you need a pitcher in T-ball? What does a pitcher do in T-ball?
Because you get the guys who think, like the little 6-year-olds who think, I'm a stud, I can hit this. So they want you to go out there and pitch. They get 6 pitches, or maybe 5.
This isn't T-ball. I got news for you. This ain't T-ball you're talking about anymore.
It was T-ball.
Well, T-ball is when you hit off a tee. There's no pitches.
Well, I know, but it was like T-ball deluxe.
Oh.
Yeah.
T-ball with an option.
That's right.
I see.
It was a T-ball with an option to pitch.
Okay.
So, anyways, sorry. What are you saying?
We got a little long-winded there, I think.
I'm sorry.
That's
I was
okay.
totally digressing on T-ball, and I shouldn't have.
We'll save that one.
But we'll save that one for later. That's okay. I got a lot to say about that, and about donut shops that don't have Interac. Okay, just get Interac. All right. Every other store on the planet has Interac. You know what? I hear the background music coming in. That's their way of telling me I should shut up. So, hey, you know what? We're gonna take a quick break, and we're gonna be right back with a very special guest. So you stay tuned. Bye-bye.
One, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, rock.
Give us any chance, we'll take it.
who can turn the world on with her smile.
Till the one day when the lady met this fellow.
The Love Boat.
The moving image is an amazing thing. It helps us to understand our past, witness our present, and imagine our future. Through Cable in the Classroom, Canadian teachers can enhance the learning experience of their students with educational programs that engage and enlighten. And they're provided free to schools by cable companies and programming services. Log on to cableeducation.ca. You'll find everything you need to get started. It's a big world out there. We bring it into the classroom.
Okay, Six in the City. I'm the host. He's the co-host. He's the sports expert. I'm not. What do I do?
You're the host.
I'm the host. I've got general knowledge. I'm the general knowledge master. He specializes in sports. But for everything else, me. Sports for him.
Are you done?
Pretty much.
The internet is a road with lots of interesting places to visit, and kids need guidance when it comes to sightseeing on it. There are places they shouldn't go, information they shouldn't give out, and things they shouldn't buy. Internet providers in the cable industry have partnered with the Government of Canada and Media Awareness Network to raise awareness. These websites have timely and reliable information on safe internet practices for children. There are lots of great places for kids to explore. Just point them in the right direction.
And 4, 4, 4, 3, 4, 5, and 5, 4, 4, 5, 4, 5, 5, 7, 7, 10, and 10, 12, 10, 12, where 10, 12, and 10, 12, 10, 12, and 10, 12, 10, 12, 10, 12, sold, and 10,
Thank you. Thank you for sticking with us. You're here because you want to be. Much like my good friend, John Van Klavern. John, welcome to the show.
Thanks, John. Good to be here.
That's a firm grip, my friend.
A lot of fold-out couches, sir.
Oh, you're just crazy. So, John, what do you do for a living?
I'm an auctioneer.
You're an auctioneer?
Full-time auctioneer, yes.
Wow. And how long have you been doing that?
15 years.
15 years. So right back to
1987.
1987.
Yes.
Wow, that's awesome. And like, how did you get into that?
I was kind of talked into it, actually. Nothing better to do.
Really?
So,
were you unemployed at the time?
No, I was in school at the time, actually.
Oh.
And the gentleman I work with, John Stevens, has always wanted to be an auctioneer, and he talked me into going with him to Montana. And we went to auction school. And
they have an auction school in Montana?
Billings, Montana, yes.
Billings. I have been to Billings. It's not that great.
It was great those 2 weeks I was there.
You were there for 2 weeks? Mm-hmm. And did you know how to do the
chant?
The chant before you went? Did you can you study that before you go?
I was kind of a rough talent. Needed to be molded.
You were a diamond in the rough?
Yes, sir.
I see. Yeah. Well, tell you what. Why don't we take a look at John in action here? Great West Auction Company. Here's John in action.
9, 9, 12, 10, 12, and 12's and a bit, 15, 17, 17, 17, and 17, 15, 17, way in the back there, 15, here's 17 if you like, and 15, 17, 15 here, down 16, and 15, 16, dollar, 15, 16 was at a bid, red, 17, and $18 bill, 17, 18, 19, $20, and 21, 1, 21, 2, 2, 2, 22, 21, 2, and 21, 2, 22 in the back, yes, 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 and 23, 23, 4, 4, 4, 24, and 4, 24, 22, 25, and 5, 25, 25, 5, 5, 25 apiece, and 24, 25 if you like there, 25, 25, and 25, Paul, 24, 25, 25, 25, 25, and 4, 5, 24, 5.
Amazing! Holy smokes! Can you talk that fast?
No. I want to find out about this auction school stuff. Is this are there more of these, or is this the only one in existence?
No, there's a number of them in the U.S., but there's a couple here in Ontario too.
Is that right? Why'd you go all the way up to Billings, Montana then?
I like the scenery. The scenery is good. Beautiful part of the world.
Really?
Yeah. And it was highly recommended.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Really? Now, since you've been back, I think since you've been back from Billings, Montana. You won an award.
Well, I had the fortune of competing in the Ontario Auctioneering Championships, and I won that in 2000.
You won that in 2000?
Mhm.
Wow. Now, I think your wife Joyce told me a story about picking the clothes out for you, and the only reason you lost, you almost had a perfect score except for the fact that
my trousers weren't a complete match.
Your trousers weren't a complete match.
Because they were bought at 10 to 9 in the morning, and they had to be hemmed at about 5 to 9 because the competition started at 9.
At 9?
Yes.
Wow.
So artistic impression, you lost points?
I was deducted a few points there, yes.
But you still won the championship?
Yes. Yes.
Wow, that's
John,
amazing.
how much of what you say is gibberish, and how much of it is real words?
That's a great question.
Thank
The auctioneer's chant, it's important that it's smooth, rhythmic, and easy to listen to, and so sometimes you have to insert filler words.
So give us some
Sounds.
tips. Say I'm learning how to auctioneer.
Yes, sir. Yep.
Okay.
First of all, it's rhythm.
Rhythm.
So 1,
I got
2, 3, 4, everything to the beat. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, just counting.
It's
No
kind of like
big deal.
music.
Yep.
It's kind of like what?
Music. It is like
Yes,
music.
it
That's
is
what
to
we
the
were
beat.
saying. It's like
I do a lot of
song.
practicing two
Okay,
songs.
I'll give you that one.
Yeah.
Okay, so you practice to the beat of songs, and then but how do you think of all those words to
Filler words?
fit in there?
Each auctioneer has words that maybe perhaps he likes the sound of, or that he can stretch or compress to fit into that slot that he needs to smooth out the chant.
His own signature words?
Yeah, if you will.
That was good.
Yes.
That's good. So, okay, say we want to auction something off. Like, say we want to auction our fish off.
There's
All
lots
right.
of gibberish
Okay.
words I could think of to use for that.
This is basically...
Yeah, I got to remind you right up front, I'm an auctioneer, not a magician.
Okay, how would you, like, let's go through the steps here.
Okay, initially I start asking a pretty optimistic value,
Like $700.
like $700.
And you'll
Yes.
say, yeah, I saw one of these in an art catalog once for $700. So let's
Yeah.
start there.
It appears to be an antique.
And it
Appears to be
an antique.
So you start asking a pretty lofty number, and you work your way down until somebody legitimately gives you a bid.
Because people are thinking, like they're all looking around, right? Thinking, someone's going to go for it. Someone's going to go for it. And you only let 2 guys into the little bidding competition, right?
Sort of, kind of, yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
'cause
depending. Sometimes I'll have more than 2, but usually not any more than 3. But generally 2, yes.
3's pretty confusing.
3 can be, yeah.
Okay, so 2 guys get locked in, and say you get down to $100, right? And someone, you do the thing like right? Secret little symbols, and then okay, there's your first bid. And how do you do it?
Well, initially you try and get the biggest increment you can. So say
Okay.
the first bid is $10.
$10.
You try for 20. At 10 is bid 20, 10 bid 20, $20 bill, 10, 20, at 10, 20. Well, somebody might not be prepared to go 20.
So after you say it 7 or 8 times, then you say 10, 15.
Yes.
Bid, 15.
You're onto
15. My Sharona. Okay. And then it just carries on from there.
Carries on from there.
Wow.
Yeah, and you might break to dollar bids, but we generally don't break below dollars. So it's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and then you sell it.
Dang.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to put this away.
Okay, please.
I'm putting the fish away. The fish is officially away. Now, you've got an auction center,
Yeah, we have an auction center.
which is?
That's Route 3 Sombre, just between Wilkesport and Walsburg.
Oh boy, does this ever sound like a hick show, eh? I got an auction center, Route 3 Sombra, right by Wilkesport. Okay, and what do you do there? You have...
We have a lot of antique auctions there. We do a lot of commercial work out of there. We do some farm machinery, vehicles.
Really? Do you get things like medals and coins and...
We get a lot of precious metals there, pots and pans. Yeah.
Okay, but what about metal, like war medals and coins?
We get a little bit of military
Yeah.
memorabilia.
Do you like a layaway program?
No, we're not Walmart.
No?
No.
Because I was thinking you could save some of that stuff for me.
Well, we can entertain you a lot of ways by taking advance bids, phone bids. Soon we're going to be going live internet bidding.
Okay, so I just had an idea. Because we have a phone. When you're having an auction on a Sunday night, we could actually do a phone bid. Could we do that?
Well, sure.
Excellent.
John, I just want to go back to something you said there. Internet bidding, won't that put you out of business?
No, actually, it's pretty. It's a great access to our business, in that folks at home that can't make it to the auction or that are thousands of miles away can actually bid live.
So you're saying the auction will still be held in one place and you'll still be calling it?
Absolutely.
It won't be a matter of like entering your bid on a keyboard.
No.
You'll be.
It's not an eBay format.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
No, you'll actually be watching a live auction.
Absolutely.
Oh, okay. That's good. Because I want you to keep your job.
Thank you.
And everything.
Thank you.
Actually, we both want you to keep your job.
I appreciate that.
Tell us about the story about Career Day. We were talking about Career Day before we came on camera.
My kid's school asked me to come over and give a little demonstration of auctioneering. What do I do? How do I do it?
Yeah.
And so I did, and my daughters were thoroughly impressed. And at the end of the year, the kids were asked to give a composition on what Career Day was a highlight with them. And I think 90% of them talked about Mr. Van Klavern came in and talked
Excellent.
fast.
He came in and talked fast. That's awesome.
John,
Okay.
I have a special request. A certain someone celebrated his 35th birthday recently.
Do we know that certain
Yeah,
someone?
it's a guy you know and a guy I know. And we saw a picture of him in Sarnia this week, in fact. And I'm just wondering if maybe at some point you can you do a special kind of birthday auction call? A birthday call? Birthday chant? That kind of thing?
Sure.
Okay. It was 35.
35
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Was it not your birthday a couple days ago?
It was actually.
And your wife's?
And my wife's, yes.
Okay, don't change the topic.
Oh.
John was 35 the other day. I don't know if you saw the picture. I don't know if you get, probably not yet. You live out in the county, but Sarnia this week had a picture of this fellow with.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's either lying in the birdcage or it's a dartboard right
yes,
now.
yeah.
I had some longer locks back then.
Oh yes.
Yeah, that was the 90s.
They would have been a different color too. Your locks.
They were darker. That's all I could say about that. So yeah, that was my birthday.
Excellent, excellent. Well, I suppose what we could do is just count up from maybe that photo that you had taken. When would you have been? 15, 16, 20? Was that last year? The photo with the long locks?
You got to help us there. Right?
It was in 1990.
Okay.
So
23.
23.
23.
Thank goodness for Dave, because I can't subtract. No, I was 23. I was 23 years old.
So could I count up from 23
That
to
sounds like a great
35
idea.
maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So John
Okay.
was 23 in the photo.
Yeah.
I was
I'm
23.
about 24, 23 to 24, I'm number 5, and 25, 6 to 7, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 30, and 30, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 34, 35, my hold it, 34, 5. So 35 years of age, 35 years young.
That is the part I love, the hoody
Hody toady. I got that one too.
You know
yeah.
what? I've seen him at the Crisis Pregnancy Center auction, and he always throws a hoody doody in. That's like the hoody doody. You know what? That's just him. That's him being all bragging, right?
Yeah.
He's just like, okay, I'm gonna auctioneer, but watch me sing hoody doody, and then he'll start clicking his boots and back at it again. So
Could
after
you guys
that-
call like a square dance? Are you guys kind of like brotherhood there? If you form a union?
It's something I've never tried, or horse racing for that matter.
Yeah, that's right. Horse racing, same kind
horse
of thing.
racing,
But
yeah.
I'm
Good
sure
too.
it kind of blends.
Yep.
Good
Yep.
gel. Yeah.
You could maybe auction off the horses as they race.
More than happy to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I worked at the racetrack, and you know what they do with horse racing? They just go first to last. Like they go, if there's 7 horses in the race, they just do them in the order they're in, over and over and over and over. And so, yeah, it's a pretty simple
Pretty
thing.
straightforward.
I think you're pretty versatile. You could probably move to.
Auctioneering's the same. It's just counting.
It's just counting. Hey, you know what, John? Thanks a lot for coming out, being on our show.
Thanks for having me.
Well, you're so welcome. You'll be back. We're going to take a quick break right now, and we'll be back in just scant moments with 6 in the City. Stay tuned. And at the very end of the show, I said peace out.
5 to piece, 10, 10, 10, 10, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 6, 5, 8, 6 on the bell, 5, 6, 6 in the back, then 7, 7 in the 8, 9, 9, 10, 12, 10, 12, 12's at a bit, 15, 17, 17, 17, 17, 15, 17, way in the back there, 15, here's 17 if you like, 15, 17, 15 here, down 16, 15, 16, 15, 16 was at a bit, red, 17, 18 on the bell, 17 in the 18.
If you thought you'd seen it all, wait until you see digital cable TV from Cogeco. It's a TV experience you've never seen or heard before. Digital quality pictures and fuller digital sound are just the beginning. You'll love the incredible Preview Interactive Viewing Guide, 40 channels of uninterrupted CD quality music and more viewing choices, the Movie Network, US Superstations, and exclusive pay-per-view events. To order digital cable TV and see how much you can save with one of Cogeco's digital value packs, call today.
In minutes, a disaster can shatter a lifetime, leaving families without food, clean water, or shelter. Canadians want to help, but the wrong kind of help can make disasters worse.
Distribution is a challenge. Toys and clothes clog up the system. Urgent relief can't get through.
The right kind of medical supplies can save lives. The wrong kind just goes to waste.
Give the right kind of help. Turn your donations into cash and give to experienced relief agencies.
I'm telling you, it's MASH. Thank you very much, thank you. Thank you. By the way, our fish is free to a good home.
Now that we sold that, nobody bid?
I guess. I bet he has trouble with, guys that get all wrapped up in the excitement and then think, oh, I've got no money.
That's called auction fever, and that happens. We should have asked him about that.
I've had auction fever.
Have you?
Yeah. I don't want to talk about it.
I wonder what you do. Do they have like bouncers? Do you beat someone up if they try and walk out without...
I don't know.
I don't want it.
Maybe that's what the wives are for. Big thunks. Okay, right now, before I forget, I'm going to pay the bills. I want to thank our sponsors, The Brick, for this lovely furniture. Did you see that? Okay. And I want to thank Zares for the delicious food that they provide, the sandwiches, all cut up. And Fabric Land for the curtains. And our new sponsor, Ice Creamery, for the delicious and healthy smoothies. The one that we had tonight was called the Pulp Friction. That was delicious. So they're going to be our sponsors too. Okay, now it's time.
Uh-oh.
Okay. All right, Dave Paul, sports editor of Sarnia This Week, fancies himself a bit of a hockey aficionado. So I'm going to call him on it. And I just happen to have...
That's not quite the way this goes. This is a little bit of a talent that I had when I was a kid because I collected hockey cards and
well, we'll see.
And I studied them. I didn't memorize them. I just looked at them so much that things just kind of stuck. And so, go ahead.
Okay, what I'm going to do is this. See how many? Look at this. Get a load of this. See all those cards?
That's an 800. There's probably about 600 in there.
There's about 600 hockey cards in here. I'm just going to randomly pick one out. Okay. All right, and I'm going to say the name. The guy's name is Bob Carpenter. You're going to tell me where he lived.
No, I can tell you he's born in Beverly, Massachusetts in 1963.
Okay, you're right. All right, that was a lucky one, though, because everyone knows Bob Carpenter. But if I said Glenn Healy, a virtual unknown in the hockey realm.
Pickering, Ontario in 1962.
Okay, all right. I'm going to go to the other end of the deck, because that was right. That was amazing. Okay. Oh, here we go. We got some oldies.
Okay.
We've got a card of Peter McNabb with 1B.
Peter McNabb was born in British Columbia, 1952, I think. Vancouver, British Columbia.
Vancouver, BC, 1952. All right, that's amazing. Okay, I'm going to get a little harder on you.
You are?
Yep. Okay. Sean Burke played for?
New Jersey.
Oh.
Played for a lot of teams.
Oh, yeah.
Started with New Jersey, born in 1967 in Windsor.
Okay, all right. And what was his last amateur club?
See, I don't know that. I just know where they were born and when. I'll say the
Team Canada.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He did. He played in the
Olympics. That's one for me.
No, it isn't.
It
I got
totally
what I
is.
was supposed to get.
No, you didn't, because I asked you what his last amateur club was, and you didn't know.
I told you I know birthplaces and years. I don't know the others. So.
Okay. What do we got here? Peter Sullivan.
She's waving at you. I think she likes you. That's that Laura.
You know, that's terrible. Okay, we got 2
Peter
minutes
Sullivan?
left.
What do we got? Okay. Peter Sullivan, 1951 in Toronto.
Okay, that's right. Okay, you're amazing. That's all I can say.
No.
All right, I'm going to pull another one here. Oh, from the Blackhawks, Keith Brown.
1960 in Corner Brook, Newfoundland.
Okay, this one totally is going to catch you. Danny Quinn with the Flames.
1965 Ottawa.
Okay. All right, well, you know what?
We'll put that away and
You were
can
on
haul
your
that out
game.
whenever you want.
You were on your game today, but next time you won't be so lucky.
Okay.
I'm going to gather these cards up. You used to have a sports shop, did you not?
I did, yeah. I had a store. That's not even where I learned it. It called Pick a Card.
Called Pick a Card.
Which I thought was a brilliant name. No, I thought it was. But yeah, I had a sports card store back when that was a real hot, phenomenal kind of phenom sort of hobby that everyone was doing. But that's not actually where I learned it. I learned it as a kid, just growing up and collecting them. And I just looked at the things a lot. I didn't throw them against walls. Some kids threw them against walls. I looked at them. I studied them. I looked at the point totals and the.
Did you trade the gum and chew the cards?
That's not funny at all.
Okay, you know what? We're gonna have to go. It's time to go.
Yeah.
We're working on a goodbye song, but we don't have that ready yet. So right now, I'm just gonna say John Hollingsworth and
Dave Paul from Sarnia this week.
saying thanks for watching. We'll catch you next week. Peace out.
Sold 1200 bell. Way to go, sir. You're the winner. Way to go there. Yes, indeed. 1200. 176. 176. 176. Fire lot number 414. The beautiful Duncan fight end table, ladies and gentlemen. Drum will drop. Lead third. Duncan has a display for you. Bound here with me 200, 100, and 1, 30, 40, 9 bell, 30, 40, 30, 40, and 40, 40, 40, 30, 30, 40, 40, and 30, try 5, 35, 40, and 30, 40, 35, 40, 35, 40, 40, and 35, 40, 35, 49, 40, 45, Liam. How about 42 just for you guys? 40, 42, 45, 47, 57, I am 45, sold right there, 45, run out of win, 176, 176 and higher, 415. The beautiful Victorian platform rocker.